Okay, sir.
Order auditor.
Okay, sir.
The board chairman is Tripura IAS officer.
Okay, sir.
Please start. Please introduce yourself to the board.
So my name is Lakshmi Prasanna. I was born, brought up and studied till my 10th class in Tanguturu village of Nandaluru Mandal, current Annamaya district. I did my intermediate in Sri Chaitanya Junior College in Tirupati. After that, I did my graduation in BTech in Information Technology from Annamacharya Institute of Technology and Sciences, Razampeta. After that, currently I am working as a Panchayat Secretary in Village Ward Secretariat System, sir.
So you passed out from engineering college in 2013?
Yes, sir.
What are we doing till 2019?
So I got married in 2014. Due to some family responsibilities, there was a break in my career. I started pursuing my dream again in 2018. I had given 2018 Group 1 mains. Unfortunately, I couldn't clear it. I had given 2019 Gram Ward Sachwalaya exam. I cleared and currently working as a Panchayat Secretary, sir.
Panchayat Secretary of Group 3 or?
Sir, it's Gram Ward Sachwalaya recruit. Yes, sir.
So you are graduate in IT?
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between computer science, engineering and information technology?
So computer science and engineering is going to deal with the design of computer and design of computer systems, whereas an information technology deals with application of those areas in real time world, like for business applications or e-commerce applications.
So computer science does not involve any application?
So it's morely dealt with designing purpose, sir, like algorithm development, like software development, whereas an information technology is with the application of those designs.
Can you please take an example and differentiate them?
So if you take any e-commerce firm, they have certain software designs, means for to make, like for us to place an order, for them to receive and for them to send back the goods that we placed order. All those things are to be designed by a CSC graduate, whereas a real application is to be real, that data management and that data security issues are to be dealt by information technology graduates.
So data management cannot be done by a CSC graduate?
So most of the subjects of both the streams are identical, sir, but that's the actual difference, sir.
So you are working as
Panchayati Secretary, sir.
What are the roles and responsibilities for the last 4 years?
So Panchayati Secretary is the executive authority of Grama Ward Sachivalayams, and he acts as an DDO, and he is the custodian of all Panchayati records and government lands in the Gram Panchayat level. He implements the Gram Panchayati resolutions at the grassroots level, and he is responsible for provision of the drinking water, sanitation, prevention of means he. So, those are the duties. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, how many instances you participate in the Grama Panchayat resolution?
So actually for every year there are minimum 4 times Gram Sabha has to be conducted, sir. In every Gram Sabha meeting there will be some resolutions will be passed.
Okay. These resolutions will be passed. Do you think these will be passed? These are passed in letter and spirit?
So actually there is a problem in functioning of Gram Panchayats. So they exist in paper. In real cases, in some Gram Panchayats, when they are educated Sarpanch and educated ward members, some people with more awareness, really that will happen. In Gram Panchayats where they are really in backward areas, sometimes they exist in paper only, but for ceremonial purpose, Gram Sabhas do held, sir.
Okay. What are the positives and negatives of this AP Grama Ward Sachwalaya in the last 4 years?
Sir, AP Gram Ward Sachivalayas are being established in order to provide the citizen services at their doorstep level. They brought the governance structure to the micro level, sir. They act as a bridge between the citizens as well as the government, and see, they are in the grassroots level, they are implementing the citizen charter in letter and spirit, and the time that is required to redress their grievances or to get any service is drastically reduced. So when it comes to negatives, there are too many employees. Sometimes the functions are like there is ambiguity in their functioning. Sometimes initially there was a problem of infrastructure, but with the paucity of time the problem got resolved, sir. Initially there was a problem of training also, as 1,20,000 around employees are being recruited, and it taken lot of time for the government to get them all trained. So initially without
So you said that one of the major issue is that there are too many employees in sector.
Yes sir, yes sir.
So if you want to rationalize some posts,
Sir,
what post would you like to rationalize, or what would you like to remove?
sir, they were employee called as an engineering assistant. They are from the civil engineering background. At the same time, there were a post of the VROs. They are also from the civil engineering background. They changed the qualification for the VROs, sir. Presently, we can combine the two.
VRO?
Yes, sir.
Village revenue
Officer.
So do you think village revenue officer requires a civil engineering background?
I don't think so, sir, but government has changed the.
VRO is a revenue post.
Yes, sir.
Is a general post.
Yes, sir.
Where engineering is a
Specialized, but government.
Where is the redundancy?
Sir, I think like in some of the cases, VROs do involved in the surveying work, like in Swamitva kind of schemes, they do involve within the land survey. That's why government might be taken.
Engineering and VRO.
Even surveyor post is also, they also work in the similar lines. And in some sachivalayas there are veterinary assistant, sericulture, agriculture, horticulture, separate streams are there, sir. Sericulture, agriculture and horticulture can be combined, sir. There, because all them.
Among surveyor, among engineering assistant, among VRO.
Sir.
If you are asked to retain only one post, which would you prefer?
So I'll prefer BRO with extended work. They need to be provided with training on these issues.
Among horticulture?
Sir.
Among veterinary? And there is?
Sir, horticulture, agriculture and sericulture, sir.
Which would you prefer?
Sir, agriculture, sir, because agricultural graduate have knowledge about most sericulture as well as the horticulture.
But compared to agriculture is again generalist in agriculture.
Yes, sir.
Horticulture requires some specialization.
But there are some areas where we don't have horticulture that much, sir. In AP, most of the areas there will be agriculture. Horticulture is confined to certain patches only.
To give more remuneration to the farmers, farmers to give more income to the farmers.
Yes, sir.
We need diversification of agriculture and allied activities.
Yes, sir.
Which includes horticulture also.
Yes, sir.
Which cannot be done by an agriculture graduate, an agriculturist.
Sir, they include, both are graduated from agriculture only, sir. Ante, I think for graduation level, they are from same
So
stream in the PG.
Horticulture, if you would like to recommend to remove horticulture and
Sorry,
sericulture.
we can combine the same in agriculture.
You can combine and give it to the agriculture.
Yes, sir.
And then in this VRO,
Yes, sir.
any other post?
Remaining, they have their own responsibilities, like energy assistant, they are responsible for like electricity related issues. For fisheries assistant, they are only, that post only created in those areas where they have blue economy.
But what I see is in the last 4 years, like you said, many employees are not doing the work. They are simply coming to the job and going. They are not doing any visible changes. They are not bringing up any visible changes or significant changes in the village.
So no, sir. Actually,
many of these engineering assistant or sericulture fisheries, whatever, there have not been any visible changes.
no, sir. They are implementing the government schemes, like for example, Pedalandarki Illu scheme is there, housing for all. That's being implemented by the engineering assistant. Any engineering related works like any repair, motor repair, road construction, they go to the actual site and they oversee the functioning over there.
Okay, do you think you know about Jagannath Navaratna?
Yes.
Would you please tell us?
సార్, మద్యపాన నిషేధము, పేదలందరికీ ఇల్లు, జగనన్న అమ్మఒడి, వైఎస్ఆర్ చేయూత అండ్ వైఎస్ఆర్ ఆసరా, జలయజ్ఞం, వైఎస్ఆర్ రైతు భరోసా up to the 60. Yes sir, I told it. అమ్మఒడి.
So if you want to again rationalize these schemes,
Sir.
which would you like to continue, which would you like to remove?
Sir, all these schemes are meant for welfare. Some of the schemes have do some pitfalls like Vaisar Cheyuta scheme, which will provide 15,000 per year to the women of 45 to 60 years of age. Instead of giving,
18,000 or 18,700?
sir, if it is for 5 years, it's 15,000, sir. If it is for 4 years, means earlier they started for 5 years, sir. For some communities, after 1 year, they started like 18,750 something. So, the main problem in this scheme is they are not tied to any purpose. They can use they can use it, means there is no precondition to use that money. That need to be changed. They, instead of giving the money outrightly and without any conditions.
Another?
Sir, I think Amavadi, sir.
Amount.
Yes, sir. Sir, there was a real lifetime example. There was a girl which studies, that girl studies 10th class, that's nearby my house only. When she got the 15,000 money from Ammavodi, she purchased a mobile phone for her brother, the smartphone.
Such an exception.
For most of that, like as I am working in the real time, I had seen most of the cases, instead of using for any productive purpose, they are purchasing like electronic gadgets, or they are purchasing like clothing something, instead of purchasing something which is really helpful for their education. She might use it for...
See, actually, what is the purpose of Ammavadi? Is to continuously send their children to, without any break, to the
schools.
Otherwise, what would they do? Sometimes they go to the fields or
Yes, sir.
any other level, or they use to mitigate that.
Yes, sir.
Ammavadi scheme is there, so that it will give some compensation.
So instead of...
That it is useful for the below and the poor people.
Yes, sir. But instead of giving without any condition, it's subjected to be misused. Instead of that, we can put a condition like it should be used for education purpose, or it should be used for paying up the fees, or it should be used for purchasing a books, or for transportation cost to the college. That precondition helps to prevent the misuse.
One of the schemes you said is Madhyapan Nishedh.
Yes, sir.
Do you think the real motto of Madhyapan Nishedh has been successful in letter and spirit attempt?
Sir, as a Honorable CM sir is saying, like number of cases of bottles are reduced, but the money that being earned from the liquor sale is increasing. That's because of increasing cost of the liquor. But in letter and spirit, it's...
What is the initial motto of Madhyapan Nishedh?
In order to make the Andhra Pradesh...
Stature, eradication of consumption of
liquor.
Stage-wise.
Yeah, it's in phase wise, sir. By 2024, restricted to only 5-star hotels. Yes, sir.
Is it successful in doing that? In
Sir.
fact, the consumption has improved from initial year of 2019 to the 4 years.
Yes, sir. But government up to some extent it's successful, because selling of the liquor is only confined to the government outlets. There is no belt shops now. With the establishment of
Do you
SEB,
think that selling of consumption of liquor should be in the hands of government? Do you think it should be there in the hands of government?
so if it is like, if government can prevent the selling by liquor shops, if it is in the hands of government, the entire money will be went to government exchequer. But liquor is not a service motive, or liquor is not a primary business of government, so we can allow the private sector even.
So you said that you also collect
Taxes.
and non-tax.
Yes, sir.
So what are the taxes that you collected? What are the non-taxes that you didn't collect?
Yes, sir.
Any real examples?
So in Gram Panchayat, we collect a house tax. House tax include library tax also, that only imposed on those areas where public libraries are there. Along with that, we collect some fees on like drinking water, like private kulai connection loop. We can impose some fines for encroachment of the public lands.
Working in which village?
Sir, in TV Puram Gram Panchayat,
What is the total population?
sir, it's 1500 around.
What is the total amount of tax, both tax revenue, non-tax revenue, in sum you collected?
Sir, it's around 25,000.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
So when
Because-
you go for house tax collection,
Yes, sir.
it won't be possible to convince people to pay house tax. They will say, oh, why should we pay tax for our own house? Unlike in municipal areas, village people, they are more reluctant to pay house tax. How would you convince them?
So earlier we'll serve the demand notice and we'll give some period to them, like within 15 days we have to pay. We will make.
That is forcing them to pay, serving notice means. But
Sir,
without serving notice and without forcing them, how will you convince them?
So whenever they come to our service, whenever they come to us for a service, we will educate them. Whoever comes, you have to pay some tax to the government, like some tax to the Gram Panchayat, then only we can work and we can serve you. So when whoever comes, we'll give such basic knowledge to them. They are obliged to pay the taxes. That made house tax collection bit easier, and with the help of volunteers, they'll regularly go to the houses of the people and they will ask for the money.
You were topper of your 7th class,
Yes, sir.
sub-divisional.
Yes, sir.
So what is that? What happened? Was it a public examination?
Yes, sir. At the time there was a public examination, sir.
You got first prize in women's safety issue also.
Yes, sir. It's at my college level.
Okay, as a district collector or DSP, what measures you will take for women's safety in Andhra Pradesh?
Okay, sir. First of all, I'll ensure the proper functioning of the 100 dial number, because most of.
Not functioning.
So I'll ensure even better response. I'll create the awareness about the Disha Act and the Disha police stations. I will also create awareness about the special public prosecutors that are being appointed under the Disha Act, so that they will avail the services of that. I will sensitize the men police as police in general about the like how to deal with the cases, how to be empathetic when a woman comes to express her problem. With the help of Mahila Police, I'll create awareness at the grassroots level. I'll use the volunteer also for this purposes, sir. I'll create awareness more on the laws, in which cases women can come forward.
These are all curative. What you will do for preventive?
Preventive, sir, I'll ensure the proper implementation of proper working of law and order in the state. When law and order comes in line, then up to some extent we can prevent such things. And for men also, I'll create awareness on the dire consequences of committing such heinous crimes.
Are you using any artificial intelligence in your village?
So as of now, no, sir.
So for village development, will you use any artificial intelligence?
Yes, sir. Yes. For house tax collection, we can keep all the data, like data tracks in the AI applications, and we can generate the best models, like how to calculate house taxes and the better way we can use. And even for GPDP, Gram Panchayat Developmental Plan preparation also we can use. We can feed all the relevant resources data, and we can ask the better plan for this.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. AP government is spending mostly on welfare schemes. That's
Yes.
what you have discussed with the person also.
Yes, yes, sir.
Sir, in your opinion, is AP going in right direction by spending so much on welfare schemes, which is taking the state into a debt, deep debt?
Yes, sir. According to the government economic survey, there were 4.89 lakh crore government debt was there, sir. Government revenue expenditure is around 2 lakh crore, whereas an capital expenditure is only about 16,000 crore. It's completely imbalancing accounts, sir. Along with spending on the revenue expenditure, government has to focus more on capital expenditure. Then only we can balance the economy. Revenue expenditure only is for consumption purpose. The day it's only for feeding the people, or it's only for maintenance expenditure. So government has to balance the both. Yes, welfare expenditure do needed in order to handhold those downtrodden people come into the developmental path. That's also needed, but at the same time we need to focus more on augmenting the capital expenditure. Then only we can create the better employment opportunities. We can have a better future.
So tell me, capital expenditure 60,000 crores, right?
Yes.
Capital expenditure.
Yes, sir.
So in that, where is the major capital expenditure going into? Into which part? Spending in the capital expenditure. Is it roads or something else?
So I think infra creation. I'm not sure. I think infra creation.
Only in the anyhow. Have you heard of YSR Adarsham scheme?
Paisar Adarsham. Sorry, sir. I will read on it, sir.
Okay. So you are from JNT, right? JNT, right?
So I am from Annamacharya Institute of Technology and Sciences, that is affiliated to JNT.
Tell me 5 ideas to engineering college of Andhra Pradesh or India in general, to make the graduates industry absorbable. That means by the time they come out of engineering,
Yes, sir.
they should have enough skills to be employed immediately. 10, 4 to 5 suggestions for
Sir,
engineering colleges.
Actually, normal engineering college, the curriculum is outdated. Instead of teaching us on required new technologies, they still focus on C, C++, such kind of. Instead of there is no huge technological adoption within their curriculum. That is one reason, sir. Another reason, there is no industry academia collaboration. Their curriculum does not incorporate the requirements. Sir, we need to bring major changes into the curriculum, sir. We need to bring the changes in the examination pattern too. There is a more subject related. We need to increase the percentage of marks that is allotted for experiments or the project works. Even in project works also, instead of doing their own projects, they come to Amirpet and they purchase the new projects and submit there, which engineering colleges shouldn't allow it, sir. Then we can establish the incubation centers within the engineering colleges, and we can encourage them towards startup culture. These are some ideas. Nuclear policy doctrine is based on the no first use policy, sir. That means.
Anything else? What do you mean by nuclear deterrence? Deterrence.
Nuclear deterrence. So, if you allow me, I'll make an intelligent guess. I am unable to recollect exactly what it is. So, nuclear deterrence means preventing the use of nuclear energy for any harmful purposes. Only use it for the peaceful purposes.
Leave it.
Okay, sir.
What is nuclear triad?
So, nuclear triad is the capability of a country where they have nuclear capability in air, water and land-based systems.
Tell me, are there any nuclear power plants in Andhra Pradesh coming up or existing? Both.
So I think there was a Kovada, but due to people's resistance, it wasn't get grounded.
Kovada nuclear power project or only mining of uranium?
I think it's nuclear power project, sir.
Okay. Is there any place where mining of uranium is possible in Andhra Pradesh?
I'm not sure, sir. I don't know.
Okay. What is the IT branch, right?
Yes, sir. Information.
Okay. So we enter the engineer. Okay. Now we'll give feedback. Lakshmi Prasanna,
Sir.
you have to introduce